Oh wait, no longer greatness has arrived. Welcome to the real episode 299 of The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. I'm your host Joseph, aka Mr. Badbit, and it is here where me and my best friend Kyle talk about the latest, the greatest in all things PlayStation. Of course, this week we're predicting the Game Award winners and getting haptic feedback while driving to work, Black Friday deals, and have you heard about this PlayStation and Call of Duty battle with Xbox? Never in my life, and so much more. So with all that said, with all that out of the way, the greatest co-host, whoever is, whoever will be, Mr. Kyle Stevenson, how are you, sir?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah?
I just have to last until Wednesday, and then I get a 4-day weekend.
Ooh.
So I'm just like... Every morning I say it's only Monday because we're recording early, everybody, this week because of the holiday here in the United States.
That's right. Some would say the best holiday. I would tend to probably agree.
For hard pass.
I know we go through this every year, and every year I forget why you don't like it.
Every year it shocks you. It's just I'm a picky eater, and like Thanksgiving isn't my favorite food selection.
Okay.
You know? But yeah, I woke up this morning. It's like, okay, only 2 days, and it's only Monday. The week only started.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Whatever I can hold on to.
A free man today. I got 2 interviews for next week, though. That's pretty exciting.
That's awesome. That's great.
You know, hey, listen. Before we talk about all the PlayStation stuff this week, which, admittedly, not too much. That's why we're breaking down the predictions, our predictions for Geoff Keighley's The Game Awards this week. Next week we'll be doing our nominees for our award show. Big deal. Humble brag. But honestly, I'm digging the holidays right now. Like, you're just getting to some good games. They're still coming. Like, Evil West looks pretty darn good. I'm excited to jump into that.
That's tomorrow. Oh, sweet.
I know. You got Callisto in a week or two. Like, things are still pumping for video games. And I'm excited for
Midnight
this time
Suns, of year. Too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So there's just so much to kind of play, celebrate. And it's like these weeks that I was thinking when, going over all the new stuff. It's just like, I love this time of year for podcasts because we truly have to get creative. And I feel like it's always some of our best work is in the November and the December months. Like, it's just...
Absolutely.
It's fantastic. That said, Kyle, I know you don't like Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
Which... I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. But awesome. Dave writes in and he says, and then I think actually this question may just all be you right here. Yeah. What is your least favorite traditional Thanksgiving food? Because every question's just like, oh, what's your favorite food? Awesome Dave had the awesome idea of like, let's switch it up. Idea. All right, let's relax. He had an awesome idea because I'm going on wordplay. Yeah. What's your least favorite Thanksgiving food?
Boy, if I say turkey,
you hate the main thing.
It's legit just not my favorite. Okay. Maybe I just haven't had a good turkey.
No, yeah.
Sorry, Mom, Dad. I'm sorry because I haven't cooked it myself. I've had a lot of really dry turkey before, and it just isn't my favorite. I usually go with the turkey leg, which helps a little bit. I like that a little bit more.
Okay.
But like I could just
turkey. That's crazy.
I could just live on stuffing and cranberry sauce. Not good cranberry sauce. I'm talking about the canned Ocean Spray cranberry sauce.
God, you make me sick because I was gonna say to me, that's the worst food. I've tried it once.
Ridiculous.
And I'm like, no. Things that are in cans. The only thing that's in a can that should come out like a sludge is dog food. Cranberry sauce, it doesn't even slug out. It wiggles out.
Yeah. Oh, well, question, are you a fan of Jell-O?
Well, that's the thing. I love Jell-O.
Oh, okay. Usually people who don't like Jell-O don't like cranberry sauce.
But it's like this is a sauce and it's coming out thicker than Jell-O.
Yeah.
Understand that there is a foot with that type of
technology.
Yeah, I've gone too far. But honestly, you had white people turkey over here in this house.
I know that's the reason.
We bought a smoker. Okay, Traeger. Not sponsored, but you can be Traeger. You're invited. and we put that in there. My brother has made the turkey for over 10 years now. That is not going to change. Because every year it is, Kyle, spectacular, immaculate, juicy, tender, all that stuff. Ooh wee, chef's kiss. So like Thanksgiving for me, it's really up there. It's like Thanksgiving and Christmas are really dope days because it's just me with the family. I'm smelling good food, tasting good food, all while I'm like playing video games and letting my brother do all the hard stuff.
Well, that's the thing. Outside of the food,
Yeah,
I like Thanksgiving for like Thanksgiving football.
Okay.
And yes, hanging out with the family. You know, now that there are little ones in the house, it makes it a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
So like I look forward to that day for that, and like watching the parade with them in the morning is great. But when it just comes to the food, it's just not my jam.
Real talk, I forgot all about the parade.
Yeah, right. And also like after the parade is like the what do they call it? The Westminster Dog Show.
Oh right, the little pups.
Where they like they prance them around. I just love watching the pups on the screen. It's great.
Yeah. Oh God, see, like Thanksgiving, pretty damn wholesome holiday.
Yeah,
you love to see it.
Well, wholesome now,
right?
The origins of it, I don't know.
I mean, sure. I mean, do you reenact it with the kids? Do you like?
Oh, absolutely.
You're the pilgrims. They're the native folks.
Hunt,
hunt, gather. As presents, I give you these blankets I coughed on. You know, something like that.
1000%. That's why we're always sick after Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. All right, Kyle. Listen. It's almost time to talk about PlayStation. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we do. Of course, this show is all made possible because of your generosity over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. And guess what? If you're a patron this week, you get in on our access of the God of War spoiler review cast that we're recording right after this show. We've both played it,
baby.
We've both experienced it. And I got some thoughts, and Kyle's going to get angry with me. All that and more if you're a patron over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. I want to thank our newest patron, Jonas Young. I want to thank our platinum producers, Todd Burwitz and Toxic. I want to thank our gold members, N. Johnson, Too Soon, Gavin Goffrey, Jose Jimenez, Jedi Master Ren, Metal Kirby, Stephen Flesh, Doth Simon the Pie Man, Chaotic Monkey, Enigma, Millennial Falcon Gaming, Sith Lord 92, Strubles and Bits, and the Green Gorilla Gamer. I want to thank our Silver Plus members, Awesome Dave, Hidden Doors, Nakajaka, Marcus O'Neill, JB the Purple Monkey, Jadus Von Metal, Tim Ulf, Justin Rodriguez, Cypher Primus, Captain Logan, Brenton Zachary, K Grim, Rick Arrington, Dewane Rockshow, The Good Sir, Foolish Fuji, Kevin Mitchell, Kevin Diaz, Elo 2032, Bubble Boy N7, Jesse Garcia, Hambone, The Aztec King, Stone Cold, E.T., Astronaut Jr., not to be mistaken with Astronaut Senior, Maximum Carnage, Katie Stubbs, M9 Prime, Sean McKenzie, Final Fan, XZ, Androzo, Vantate Tatted, Lamb, Chop 93, and Justin Rodriguez. Thank you all so much for your kindness and support. It really does help this show afloat. What? I killed it. Kyle, real talk, I killed it there. You know,
always do.
I felt good.
Yeah.
You know, I felt so good. Maybe you drop $1. It's Thanksgiving after all. You know.
Ooh.
Okay, it's time.
Oh well, hold on, real quick.
What?
You also have a few more days. If you want that art print, we extended it to the end of November on Patreon.
Yeah.
The Sweet Num Nums. You know, sign up for that. And if you want to be part of, more importantly, if you want to be part of the Trophy Room Rewards, be part of the show.
Yeah.
Please do that soon.
Yes. You have literally.
Or else you'll miss out.
You're gonna miss out on so, and that's for the platinum tier folks as well. You literally become a part of the show. You have your own segment on the Trophy Room Rewards. It's a big deal. So that said, Kyle, it's time to square up. Only 2 pieces of news this week, but this one breaking as we started recording. So take it away, Kyle.
Yeah, have you heard this? Have you heard about this?
I don't know. It seems all new to me.
First, a bit of news that needs to be squared up is coming from Rebecca Smith over at PS Lifestyle. And Rebecca writes, Microsoft offered to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation for 10 more years. Microsoft has offered to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation consoles for 10 more years 10 more years in an effort to appease Sony's concerns over their acquisition of Activision Blizzard. The problem is it doesn't seem to have worked. In a filing to Brazil, Sony has still declared that Microsoft could use the franchise to lure players to Xbox. Call of Duty's future on PlayStation is still uncertain despite deal for 10 more years. Microsoft's proposed acquisition of Activision has attracted plenty of scrutiny and criticism, the loudest of those critics being Sony. Xbox CEO Phil Spencer said earlier this week that the company was prepared to put Call of Duty on rival consoles for a quote-unquote longer term in an effort to assuage any concerns from Sony and regulators. Microsoft has since told the New York Times that Sony was offered a deal as recently as November 11th to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation consoles for 10 more years. This deal would also not force PS4 and PS5 players to use Xbox Game Pass to play the game. Sony Interactive Entertainment CEO Jim Ryan still has his concerns, stating Microsoft was, quote, a tech giant with a long history of dominating industries, and that it is highly unlikely that the choices gamers have today will disappear if this deal goes ahead, end quote. The arguments continue, and it doesn't look like the deal will be approved anytime soon.
Ooh-wee. So, I know, Kyle.
Then she said
every week for the past 2 months now. That's
won't they get a room? I don't understand.
Honestly, I
we have
feel
to
like
lock them in like they need to choose how they choose a new pope.
Yeah,
we just gotta look for the smoke.
The smoke's blue. They signed it with PlayStation. But what if it smokes out like neon pink? They're like, God damn it.
We got rage. That's not what we wanted.
Yeah, listen, this is like the story that keeps on giving, but at this point we all want it to stop. Like whether you're on an Xbox show, a PlayStation show, console-centric show, everybody just wants this to end.
It was fun the first few weeks.
It was fun.
Now that we're 2 months in, and every week we're talking about it.
It's like
it might not be 2 months, but it feels like 2 months.
It feels like 2 years.
Yeah,
you know. And look, at this point, I'm like, Jim, what does Xbox gotta say to get you?
Exactly.
Like,
what kind of blood oath do they need to do? Sacrifice? Exactly. What's going on?
Because it seems like through Xbox's verbiage right now, they are going to treat this like Minecraft. This isn't going to go away anytime soon. But you can't put this offer in for perpetuity, because Call of Duty, I know it sounds crazy, isn't going to last forever. Like, it might not be a thing in 5 years. It might not be a thing in 3 years. It might not be a thing in 10 years. So to get it in writing that this game must always be made from here until, I don't know, question mark, mm-hmm. like it's an elite boss, is ridiculous to me. I feel like Jim Ryan just got the deal of a goddamn century. You know, we repeat it here. I've been repeating it. Say what you will about Jim Ryan, but he put on his tap dancing shoes and he danced with the best of them. Mm-hmm. And he really seems like is walking away the winner here. But with the New York Times asking for comment from Sony hasn't said anything. They didn't denied any comment. So it may actually get uglier if they go to Microsoft going, well, did they accept the deal or not? And if they decline to comment, who knows? Yeah. So, Kyle, I bring this over to you.
Uh-huh.
In a different light, what does this mean if Jim Ryan, PlayStation, declines this 10-year offer? Because this is unheard of. Nobody thought that they would be able to extend it for 10 plus years. Theoretically, they'll have Call of Duty for 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think this means if Jim Ryan says, you know what? No.
I mean, also, like, when you think about another 10 years, that's a whole other seemingly hardware generation.
Yeah.
Like, if we're just talking about, like, every 7 or 8 years we get a new console, it's wild to me that he would turn that down, because you cannot expect it to, like, be on your system forever.
Right.
When the entire parent company got bought out.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't. it's like somewhat childish.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just like I'm trying to think of a good analogy. It's just not coming to me. But like when you tell a kid no because at a very valid reason,
yeah.
but then they still are upset that they can't get that thing.
It's like, you know what, and this is a deep cut for us oldies out there. Remember when you were a kid and you went to Toys R Us and your mom said you could get one thing, and like you got Bionicles because the Bionicles were the coolest, but you wanted a second Bionicle. And you're trying to reason like, Mom, you don't understand. The red Bionicle is cool and everything, but like this gray one, he's a rock type. It's like,
I can't have that fight my G.I. Joe. They're in different universes. Exactly. I need another fighter.
Exactly. That's what it kind of feels like to me right now.
Yeah.
Right?
It's ridiculous that these grown adults, human beings, are fighting like kindergartners. I will keep saying that every single week.
Listen,
I understand a lot of money on the table.
Tons, billions.
Billions of dollars. I completely understand that. But again, you cannot expect Microsoft to not keep Call of Duty on their own thing for at least a little bit. So you know what I mean?
Do you? Oh, 100%. Do you think that, do you think Jim Ryan would say no because he thinks he could kill this thing? Do you think he could kill this deal?
I think anything that he could have done to deter this deal, it has already happened.
Yes.
I feel like anything that he did or could have done, we're seeing the effects of it.
Yeah.
We're seeing Xbox and Phil pivot or react to what Jim already has done. I don't think he has different moves or more plays in the playbook to extend this or get more out of it. I think this would be a awful decision if he turns down 10 more years. I think that's very generous.
Yeah, I even think too generous, but yeah, I think you're right. I think
too generous.
Because at that point, then like Call of Duty's been on the PlayStation platform for over 30 plus years. Now there's an incredible precedent of Call of Duty on PlayStation. I think they'd be able to. I think at that point, you're in a position where you would accept some different terms for Call of Duty, and like I would say, oh, it's selfish of them. No, it's business. I don't have any love for any suit out there. Sorry. This is all business, and Jim Ryan's trying to get the better deal. Is his eyes getting a little bit too big for his stomach? I kind of think so. But like the crazy thing is, like, I think so. Again, I think this deal should go through. I think it's really lucky that PlayStation has an extra 3 years. Any offer was given from Xbox. We trashed Xbox forever because they had no games, they had no developers, blah blah blah, boring arguments. Now they do. And now they opened up their wallet, and now they are a force to be reckoned with. Good. But at the same exact time, these major government powers are stepping in going, is it though? We don't buy it. You may buy it, Joseph, with the very popular PlayStation show, but not us. And it's, people would like, oh, these people aren't gamers, these blah, blah, blah. These are regulatory bodies. Like, you don't need to be a mechanic to regulate car industry, right? So for me, I have no idea where to put my oil in my car, that type of stuff. But like, I can still make an informed decision on purchasing a car. That type of stuff, like, I feel like is lost on people. It's like they don't care about the art of the video game. They care about these major conglomerates owning pieces of market. That's what they're concerned about. And they're concerned about seeing big conglomerates, tech conglomerates, being parts in major industries and gaining mass shares of said marketplaces until they're the only players in those fields. That's what all these bodies are concerned about, to put it in a way more elegant way. That said, I think 10 years is very, very generous. And I think if I'm Jim, I would have taken this deal. But if Jim Ryan doesn't take this deal, I think Microsoft coming up to you in the beginning going, hey, we'll give you 3 more years. Then Satya saying, hey, what about competition? This is competition. And then now weeks later going, we will give you 10 years. Sounds to me, person that knows nothing, Jon Snow, about regulation or any of that, that seems a little desperate. to me, a layman, because this is this to me is telling. It's like Microsoft doesn't have the faith, I feel, that this deal can go through the way that they wanted to, so they want to concede as much ground that they can so that they could just get this thing through, because in their words, this is about King. This isn't even about Call of Duty. This isn't even about Blizzard. I think that's false. Yeah. I'll be honest, that now it's about King.
Yeah. Right, the sure thing is a little less sure, is what you're saying.
Exactly. So they're just like, okay, we'll concede the ground where we can, just so that we get King, we get Blizzard, we get Activision. Because to me, this is not just about mobile, though it's going to be a huge focus. Microsoft has just told you this is just about mobile. But I bet they wouldn't be making this $69 billion deal if Call of Duty was not attached to it. I think Microsoft's deal is not about getting Game Pass or taking away things out of PlayStation. It's really just to put things into Game Pass PC, because that's where they see the growth. They don't want to fight the console thing anymore, because they see that PC marketplace is growing. It's why PlayStation's moving over to PC. So to make a long story short, I feel like this is them losing confidence that they can see this through without a lawsuit or without any blocks by any world powers. And if I'm Sony, I am in a position of strength, and I would say 10 years is way more than I bargained for. I don't want to risk it trying to go all or nothing here. I'm going to take the 10 years. And by the time the 10 years is up, this industry is going to look way different than what it once was. So to me, I could see why, even while I'm saying that, Jim Ryan would be a little uncertain about taking that. But 10 years, billions of dollars of revenue guaranteed for you. I would take that. I don't know. That's just me.
I want to ask a ancillary question.
Okay. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry I ranted too much there.
No, you're 1000% okay. When do you think, this might trigger you and a lot of people here.
Christ, okay.
I'm sorry in advance. When do we think Call of Duty will become Medal of Honor and not be a thing anymore?
I mean, great.
Because RIP Medal of Honor.
Right.
That was my shooter back in the day.
Yeah. I mean, that's
something
why
happened, and then it's just gone. And that was EA. That was a major company.
Yeah. Great question. You know, Activision's been, say what you will about Activision. You can say really anything you want. Bobby Kotick's going to go to hell when he dies. It's great. But like, Activision's really good at taking feedback from its audience and then implementing it. So like Vanguard was a terrible game. Terrible game. Right? Multiplayer
Nominated for a Grammy though, by the way.
Ooh-wee. But now with like Modern Warfare 2, it's like it's back. Warzone 2.0 is actually, Kyle, tons of fun. DMZ, I'm hearing great things about. So like, this is the biggest Call of Duty's been in over, what is it, like 10 years now. It's huge. So like, it's such a loaded question because it takes, I would say, several duds in a row for you to lose faith in that IP and to move away from it. But, you know, Call of Duty has shown, I mean, people weren't high on Cold War either. But again, like the record's kind of shown here, like you can have a dud or two, but as long as one game propels you back up top, you're fine. So I kind of think Call of Duty's in a really safe space for a very long time because it's been great at adapting to things. Even like Warzone, it is one of the most popular battle royales. That thing it was just thrown together because you know Fortnite and PUBG happened, right? So
PUBG. It's a name I have not heard in a very long time.
A very long time. So to me, honestly, if this deal doesn't go through, it could happen because it's been recorded. It's been shown that Activision's having a hard time with COVID and everything of getting people to craft these games, right? Their whole, oh my goodness. Why can't I think it's a simple word as well. I'm blanking on it. You know, their whole lineup is kind of just gone through a mess.
Slate,
there you go. Has just been gone through a mess because of all this turmoil within the company and external forces and markets. So to me, not anytime soon, because Modern Warfare 2 is a really compelling game.
Yeah.
But it could happen. I just don't see it happening in the next 5 years for sure.
Yeah. I have a hard time imagining how many more iterations on a classic war shooter.
Sure.
Or like when they don't just start being the same thing, even though they kind of are already.
Yeah.
Like how much? I don't know.
No, I mean, and that's where like excellent game design comes in, and
Exactly.
I don't think Call of Duty gets enough credit because they do a lot. I feel like this campaign, some people are pretty cold on it. I'm really high on it. They play a lot with its formula. I love the alone level in particular. In the multiplayer constantly gets change. It's kind of like almost like the roster updates in your sports games, but a little bit more I guess extensive, like kill streaks and how you gain points and certain perks. Those get kind of mixed up, misplaced or even just taken out of certain games, and that changes the game up significantly. Movement as well, like Call of Duty Modern Warfare is bulkier, whereas like the Treyarch games feel more arcadey and faster momentum wise. So yeah, Call of Duty does a great job of mixing up its formula every year, way more than we give it credit for.
Fair.
All right, enough of this, right? We're done.
Until next week.
Until next week. All right, Kyle, it's time for some Flash news. Gotta go.
Oh man, already?
I know. It's a fast week. Gotta real fast. It's about Sony and Honda. Sony and Honda could include PS5 consoles in electric cars. This comes from Tom Ivan over at the VGC. Kyle, have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
I will now.
All right, cool. A new joint venture from Sony and Honda could see the pair release electric cars featuring built-in PlayStation 5 hardware. The heads of Sony Honda Mobility, which was established in September, told the Financial Times that they plan to use music, movies, and gaming to build electric cars built around premium entertainment experiences. Quote, Sony has content, services, entertainment technologies that move people. We are adapting these assets to mobility, and this is our strength against Tesla, said President Izumi Kawashi. Sorry, I butchered your name, pal. Kawanishi, thank you. Quote, Tesla is not providing any of these content services, he said, adding it was, quote, technology possible, unquote, to integrate PS5 platform into their cars. Sony Honda Mobility intends to launch its first electric vehicle in North America by 2025. Unfortunately, the joint venture also hopes to release fully self-driving vehicles. God, no, that's a terrifying...
Ultimately, by the way, you said unfortunately.
I mean, I feel like that's going to be unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, fair.
To enjoy the space in your car, you have to make it a space where you don't need to drive. No, you definitely should. Said Kawashani. Sorry. My goodness. The solution for this is autonomous driving. I butchered his name again. I'm so sorry. But yeah.
Joe.
Uh-huh.
Everything about this
terrifying
is going against everything that I've learned in driver's ed.
Exactly.
The hands at 10 and 2. Not on the dual sense as you are robbing a car in Grand Theft Auto while you're on the freeway. Stop it. Yeah. I don't understand. I mean, even though I think Tesla, I think you could have played Cuphead
or something
in a Tesla or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's also insane to me.
Yeah.
Too much. We're pushing technology too far. It needs to go elsewhere.
Yeah. I feel like self-driving really freaks me out. I don't like it whatsoever.
1000%, Joe.
I remember when I drove a Tesla for the first time, the guy in the car is just like, you could self-drive it. I'm like, I'm good. He's like, and then he's like, all you have to do, because it's by law, your hands have to be on the wheel or else it turns off. I'm like, okay, if my hands are on the wheel, I might as well drive.
Exactly.
I feel like there's no point here. Okay.
I haven't personally have come across anyone with a self-driving vehicle yet.
Yeah.
But I can only imagine me going 65 miles per hour on the highway, whatever, like heading to the movie theater or whatever.
Yeah.
And I look over and some dude has a headset on playing Call of Duty while he's driving and yelling at his team that he's got the B capture point or whatever. This terrifies me.
Yeah.
This absolutely terrifies me.
Now,
haptic feedback in the seats.
Actually, that's kind of cool. That's massaging seats right there. You know.
Sure.
So okay. This kind of freaks me out. Also, I can't wait in 5 years where like this is totally normal and like we're listening back, we're like, wow, we were so out of touch. You know,
Yeah.
Our cars float now.
I mean, I would say,
yeah,
it I say this without even actually doing it, but like driving your car with a DualSense instead of a steering wheel could be appealing
and incredibly deadly. No, I'll take the wheel. I'll take the wheel.
Battery dies.
Well, the crazy thing is too, and I hate getting into this, I really do, but like it's been shown like Teslas are running over like kid mannequins. So it's like, dude, we haven't even gotten to the it could drive. It can see a deer. We're not even there, and you're putting a PlayStation 5 in here.
Yeah, no.
Come on. That's crazy. But okay.
I love getting a good platinum trophy.
Yeah.
They can wait. They don't need to be with me on the go. Like, unless the PlayStation 5 is, you can only play it like if you're a passenger in the back seat.
Right.
That's totally fine. Just don't put it in the front while somebody, like, don't give the driver access.
Yeah.
It's like the thing where if you've been drinking, you can't start the car.
Sure.
Like you have to blow into the breathalyzer in order to start the car because you have a problem.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to drive a PlayStation if you're in the drive a PlayStation. Play PlayStation while you're in the driver's seat.
I could definitely feel like if you're like waiting for someone, you just pull out a DualSense. You can play out like everybody now has a goddamn tablet as a dashboard, which I hate. But like I'm old. I really like buttons. Please give me the buttons back.
I don't feel. Yes, please.
Yeah, like that's fine. I'm also thinking of a scenario because that's how this brain works. You're with your significant other, and there's like, hey, see you're driving. You know, she eyes eyes you, and you're like, babe, come on, you know I'm playing Uncharted 7 right now. You always do this. You always put the DualSense first. Yes, always. All right, weird story, but the real question here, the real meat and potatoes here. Do you see entertainment in a car? Like, do you see a PlayStation in your future? You playing a console in a car? Why would that make sense to you? Do you see this as a reality, Kyle? He ponders. He's thinking about the last scenario.
Sadly, I mean, I could just go on certain websites later and find that scenario. No problem.
Don't get in the van. This isn't a real taxi service.
You don't know these people. Have your parents taught you anything?
Come on. I understand these are hard times and $20 is $20. And it's a free ride, but come on. And they seem nice, but God forbid you hit a speed bump.
Sadly, I do think this is going to be a thing.
Yeah.
And I think, I truly think the quote unquote rich people of the world think self-driving thing is something they desperately need.
Sure.
Because they got so much work to do that they got to be on the phone in the car and write up emails, whatever. Exactly.
Ruining it for everybody else. Yeah.
I really truly think that is what the future's going to be.
Sure.
And it's terrifying.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the future's electric. I don't think like the future's self-driving cars anytime soon. And like to put a PlayStation in it, I think is a little bit ridiculous.
To me, it's the same thing. Yeah, electric cars for sure, but like, why not have an electric car if it's not self-driving?
because I need to drive it.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm with you.
Yeah, but honestly, it makes sense because like one more time and we'll get back to the cool stuff. Like you're in a charging station. What better way? You plug in your PlayStation 5 and you're playing it. Like that makes a lot of sense to me. But again,
it makes sense for like a road trip, or whatever. That in the back seat. I know that was a luxury for I think some like Exhibit on Pit My Ride would put TVs in the back seat all the time.
He put TVs in the front seat. He doesn't care.
There's a whole bathtub in the back of this car.
God, I want a documentary of where are the cars now.
I've read horror stories.
Exactly.
How like the car doesn't even work. They just do all that work and then leave it. It's
God
wild.
Bless. God bless.
But yeah, I think it in some applications, if like again, if the driver can't play it, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's not the case.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Can I add a little bit one more flash news before we move on?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mentioned it before, and I realized we didn't talk about it last week. But the Grammys are now having the first ever Best Score soundtrack for video games
Have you seen
and
this?
other interactive media in 2023 in a few months. And here are the nominees. I'm getting this from where am I getting this from? NME.com.
Ooh-wee.
I've never heard of it before. Sorry, NME. Trusted. Here are the nominees. The games. The composers for Aliens Fireteam Elite, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Dawn of Ragnarok, Call of Duty Vanguard, and Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and Old World.
Guardians wins.
Sure, but my question is these Grammys are in 2023. Vanguard came out in 2021. What's the cutoff here?
Honestly, that's a bizarre category to begin with.
It really
all the
is.
choices there are bizarre, except for Guardians.
1000%. Like, yeah, AC Valhalla, Dawn of Ragnarok, that's DLC. It's just wild.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
Well, listen, at least these award shows, I think, are a little bit better. Now, Kyle,
sure.
I kind of messed up in the show notes, so you got to scroll all the way down. We're going to work our way up. Okay?
That's totally fine.
From the bottom, now we're here. Ready for this? So, here's the thing. Geoff Keighley's awards, they're on December 6th, right? We'll be covering it live. We'll be doing our own post show afterwards. So join us on twitch.tv/PS Trophy Room, or
good
just wait for the
Twitch.
day after. That's right. Good old Twitch. I don't know where that leads.
December 8th, by the way.
December 8th. Thank you. So check us out December 8th, and then the day after, it'll go up on RSS feed. So, your usual suspects, your Google Play, your SoundClouds, your Spotify, your Apple Podcasts, all of it. So, that said, since it's weeks away, I thought might as well get them out of the way, get our predictions out there in the open so that I know, we know, and we get to play a little game. You ready for this, Kyle?
I'm ready.
People at home, are you ready for this? Kyle, you have a job to do. As I'm reading it.
Oh, jeez.
I know. As we're reading it,
yep.
I want you to mark J or K next to our choices. And we're going to see after the fact, we're going to go back to this and see what we got wrong, what we got right. We're not going to complain about.
Don't erase it, Joe, this time.
I'm not going to erase it. Make sure you copy and paste into it.
Okay. All right.
I'm not going to erase it, but I might. So, are you ready? Audience, play along with us as well. I want to know how much you were right there with us, what you got wrong, all that good stuff.
Instead of doing our initials, Joe, pick a color. I'm going to highlight them.
Blue.
Blue. Oh, of course, you took blue.
Oh, actually, I'll do purple. Purple's my favorite color. Mace Windu.
All right. I'll do purple. I'll be orange.
All right, fair.
Okay.
Let's go, Mets. All right, Kyle.
Yeah.
I didn't pick all 33 categories. There's only 20 here because a lot of it was like
esports.
Yeah, esports. And I'm like, who's Zuzu29? Oh, come on. All right.
Is best adaptation in here?
No, because it's not solely
Okay.
like PlayStation related.
That's fair.
And we all know it should be Arcane. All right. Content Creator of the Year. Ready for this, Kyle?
Ready.
Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
Uh-huh.
Not most of them. For a streamer or content creator who has made an important positive impact on the gaming community in 2021. Our nominees are Carl Jacobs, Ludwig, Nebellion, Nobrew, and QTC Cinderella. Kyle,
Mm-hmm.
who do you think's winning here? Who do you want to see win?
Who do I think is? Well, I see your choice, so I'm just gonna highlight that for you now.
Thanks, bud.
It's very interesting. Very, very interesting.
I know none of these people.
Oh,
except for Nebelian.
I know Carl Jacobs. I have hung out with Carl Jacobs before he got big.
Okay.
Humble brag. Yeah, I sat next to him during the Borderlands PAX East battle, and we hung out and had a great time.
Could you say that you started
his whole career?
Yeah.
1000%. I introduced him to Mr. Beast. He was fantastic.
Okay, there you go.
I would love to see Carl win.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Carl, where's this man's checks? Where's this man's residuals? Got your back, Kyle.
God, could you imagine? Jeez, Mr. Beast money. Oh boy.
Yeah,
I love Carl. He is insanely creative and talented, and I love him. I would love to see him win, but I also would love to see Nebelian win for all the work that he's done.
Yeah. Now here's a question. We talked a little bit about it on Cast Co-op over at Season Gaming. You should check it out. Is Nebelian a content creator?
That's a great question. I feel like that was the other point that I forgot to bring up. I feel like they put him in here just as a way to say thanks, even though they're now gone from Twitter.
Yeah. I don't think they're a content creator. I have no idea. He's a JPEG. I don't know if they're a content creator, but they're an influencer. They're a conversation starter to make a long long rant cut short. They're an influencer. They create conversation. You may think the content is, well, anyone could do it. Anybody could be an aggregate of game news. But I would argue, okay, if it's so easy, where's everybody filling in that void? They're not there. So I think Nebelian, I think their work was important. Are they a content creator? Not the way we see them, but I think the word content creator is going to drift away rather soon.
It also hurts because they weren't as supported as I feel like they should have been for everything they've done.
It really goes to show personality really does mean a lot here. You know, you could pour your heart and your soul into something, but if someone doesn't see a product out of you, it seems like you're just brushed aside.
And just the thing, and the fact, like, a lot of people who make a living off of reporting on the news, whatever, Nebelian was very important for them.
Absolutely.
And to see Nebelian leave because he wasn't supported in a way monetarily to make this his dream of doing this, whatever, it makes me sad.
Yeah, it bums me out because you're right. Like, how many of the mainstream podcasts, even our podcast from time to time,
1000%.
when we do flash news, we throw their content up there because it's literally 150 characters or less, and they nail it every single time. So
yeah. With all that being said, though, I am going with Carl winning.
That's fine.
Just because that fan base is crazy.
Okay.
And he'll get a ton of votes.
And that you made his career.
1000%.
Okay. And that if he doesn't win, he owes you money. We don't know how much. We'll talk about our people. Will talk to his people, obviously.
Sure.
But we're very litigious.
We have receipts.
Yeah, we have receipts. You can even say you were like the little like worm in his ear, telling him start whatever you're doing. Joe doesn't know. I just want in on the beef. All right, best multiplayer game. This goes for outstanding multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences in respect of the game genre or irrespective of the game genre.
It's a weird word.
word.
You said it perfectly.
The nominees are Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Multiverses, Overwatch 2, Splatoon 3, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. Multiplayer game of the year.
I mean, my vote is for Shredder's Revenge because that game rips.
Honestly, mad respect that it's here.
Yes.
Mad respect that it's here. So,
yeah.
I'm going to say Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, wait. I have to go for points, right?
Oh, well, I mean, here's the thing. Since it's like the first year we're doing it, let's play for fun. Like, the points are great. Obviously, I'm going to win it, but like the points they don't matter at the end of the day. If you want to go for like I want to win or what's in my heart, you go for it. I think Call of Duty's gonna win.
Screw you, Joe.
Think about it. It's
No, it 1,000% is, but I'm voting with what I want to win is Shredder's Revenge.
yeah, absolutely. I would love that. I love to see a little indie in there.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Call of Duty Warzone 2.0 released pretty damn well. Their own multiplayer core game, pretty damn well. I think it just makes sense. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. It's in there. All right, Kyle. This one, have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
Unfortunately.
Best sports/racing game for the best traditional and non-traditional sports games and racing games. Kyle, here's your rant yet again. Another year, another, MLB The Show snub. Take it away.
How dare you? Anyone that's a part of this committee. I don't understand it. I won't get into it because I got into it last week. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. They deserve some recognition for sure. But the nominees are F1 22, FIFA 23, NBA 2K 23, Gran Turismo 7, and Ali Ali World, which I love that Ali Ali World's on here because that game is also awesome.
Oh, you know what? It'll make the show flow better. What if I do the title, what it's about, and you can do the nominees?
Fair.
All right, good.
Fair.
I want Ali Ali World to win. I'm rooting for it.
Yeah.
All these are like F1, okay, sure. FIFA, really? NBA. Well, I mean, FIFA's got Ted Lasso.
NBA 2K is not great. It has been great for a few years.
I mean, Gran Turismo 7.
I feel like that might take it.
I think so too. But I want to see a little indie win it.
I also would love Ali Ali World to win, but I'm going Gran Turismo.
Okay, fair enough. See,
you going Ali Ali?
Yeah, I chose my heart this time. See that?
Okay.
See that? All right, Kyle. How about this one? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Best RPG for the best designed with rich player customization, progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. Take it away, Kyle.
The nominees are Elden Ring, Live a Live, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Triangle Strategy, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
So Elden Ring, right?
You would think.
Yeah.
We're gonna throw a wrench in your guess there.
Okay.
And here's me playing the game within a game.
Ooh, okay.
There's another game that's on this list that's nominated for Game of the Year.
Oh, you think
it's obviously not going to win Game of the Year. So I think they give some love here to that because Elden Ring will pick up 1,000% an award here or there. Ooh. I think Xenoblade will get Best RPG in this category.
Sure. Here's the thing. We're not Nintendo people at all. So I know nothing about Xenoblade. But I know a lot about Elden Ring. And when I think rich player customization, I mean, you could make your guy look like Shrek. Progression, you could play what any class you want. Switch it up mid-game. It doesn't matter. So I think Elden Ring, for those two key, adjectives they're using here, or keywords they're using here, Elden Ring fits the bill. So I'm thinking Elden Ring.
Absolutely.
Right. Kyle, have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Best action/adventure game. For the best action-adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving, the nominees are
A Plague Tale Requiem, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Tunic.
Tunic was a choice to put here. Kyle, what do you think? What are your thoughts? What do you think's going to win it?
Oh, boy.
Boy.
So interesting. I also hate that the next category is also best action game.
Yeah.
Action.
Why? It's like because
I understand, but it's stupid.
Oh, fair enough. Well, for the viewers, it's like action is just straight up action. There's no traversal, no puzzle solving.
Yeah.
Just straight blood and guts.
Oh man, it's just tough.
Yeah.
I haven't played Plague Tale. I played everything else. Tunic's not my jam. I love Stray for what it is. I think that has a good shot for this category, just from the puzzle solving and the traversal and stuff. Combat is not a thing in Stray, really. I love Horizon. I have to finish it very soon. But man, that God of War Ragnarok just feels just so buttery smooth.
Yeah.
And it's so fun to play on top of some of the puzzles being very, very cool and very thought provoking.
Yep. I'm gonna say God of War Ragnarok. Right with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the one that comes second is either Horizon or Plague Tale. I need to finish Plague Tale before I, give my final thoughts, which should be this week. Kyle, I'm being really like crazy because I'm gonna plat God of War tomorrow, plat Call of Duty tomorrow, and then I'll beat Plague Tale by the end of the week.
Nice.
That's how crazy I am. I'm a little loco. Just screw loose. All right. Best action game. For the best game in the action genre focused primarily on combat, the nominees are
Bayonetta 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Neon White, Sifu, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. I'm going to say right here, Joe.
Yeah, say it. Say it with your heart.
This is a stacked category.
This is a stacked category. All these games are fantastic in their own right.
Mm-hmm.
But I want you to reach in your heart and say, what is the game that is the best action game out of this category? Say it with your heart. Say it with your soul.
Say it with my heart? I don't think I'm going to say the one that I think you want me to say.
Oh. What do you think it is?
I think it's going to go to... Oh.
Don't you dare.
Oh.
Don't you dare.
Oh. I'm going to say Bayonetta 3.
Okay. I want Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge.
I knew that's what you wanted me to say, and I agree with you. It's fantastic. I feel like if Bayonetta 3 doesn't win, it's going to be a riot.
Yeah. I just think of and maybe this is me thinking of the hardware being so outdated at this point, but when I hear about Bayonetta, everybody's like, yeah, this is fantastic, but boy, oh boy, that hardware really limits it. Where it's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is just such a love letter to the nostalgia that was, Turtles in Time, and then just reimagined and modernized in every way that you thought they should, they did, and then some. I think the co-op is stellar. It's fantastic, and it really is just a love letter to those beat 'em ups in the early 90s, and I love it.
To be clear, that's what I want to win. Okay. But I think Bayonetta. But Neon White and Sifu can also easily take this category.
Absolutely. I think Sifu has a good chance. Neon White as well. Though when I look at that game, I'm like, oh, well, you tell me. All right. This is a cool one. I like this one. Innovation in accessibility, recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. And the nominees are
As Dusk Falls, God of War Ragnarok, Returnal, Return to Monkey Island, The Last of Us Part 1, and The Quarry. Why is Returnal here? Was that not? Wait, what?
Maybe because they added features after the fact, perhaps?
Did they?
Maybe with the update? That's...
Huh.
All right. Listen, Geoff, it's your award show. It ain't mine. You know me. I love Returnal so much. It was our game of the year. But I think, first off, why isn't Horizon on here?
Oh, wait a sec. Is
this wrong? Did they
Returnal's not on there. Returnal's not on there.
Why would they do this? Why would they do
this? It's as Dusk Falls, God of War Ragnarok, Return to Monkey Island, Last of Us Part 1, and The Quarry. Oh. Those are the official nominees.
Huh, I got this from their site. That's very weird that Returnal's in there. Okay. Okay, weird one here. Why isn't Horizon on here? Because I thought their accessibility was fantastic. But I really do feel like it just comes down to The Last of Us Part 1 and Ragnarok, really.
I mean, those are, to be fair, those are the only ones that I've experienced out of this list.
Fair.
I don't know how the other ones do it.
Want to get nuts?
Yeah, get nuts.
Want to get freaking crazy right now?
Let's do it.
Last of Us Part 1's going to take it. You want to know why? What? I feel like there's so many people preaching how The Last of Us, original on PS3 and then on PS4, didn't do enough, right? Like, people could not play it back then. So to see, or some folks couldn't play it back then. So to see the improvements of The Last of Us Part 1 in terms of accessibility so people can play it for the first time that they couldn't originally, I think that's going to mean a lot for people, of a developer going back to their work and improving on it through an accessibility lens, that I think that'll push that one past the goal.
Yeah, I was also leaning that way. Ragnarok has done great things. I think all of PlayStation Studios do exceptional jobs.
Absolutely.
Of accessibility. Like you mentioned, Horizon could have easily been a nominee as well.
Yeah.
But like you said, The Last of Us, I think, works very well when it comes to accessibility, especially with every filter to differentiate between enemies and making different colors. They do a really fantastic job with it. So yeah, I would go there.
All right. Best VR/AR game. For the best game experience, playable in virtual or augmented reality, irrespective of platform. And the nominees
There's that fancy word again. After the Fall, Among Us VR, Bone Lab, Moss Book 2, and Red Matter 2.
Among Us is going to win this one.
1000%.
Yeah.
It is one of those things where I hate saying it, but it goes back to the conversation with Brett last week. It's a business, and I think Among Us and Game Awards tie together very, very extremely well. Same thing with Joseph Fares and Hideo.
Yep.
They just kind of all melt together. They're part of the show.
Yeah. All right, Kyle. You ready for this next one?
Yeah.
Best community support, recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, responsiveness, inclusive, and social media activity, and game updates/patches. And the nominees are
Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14 Online, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky.
Remember when No Man's Sky won that one year? Pretty nuts.
Wasn't that last year?
No, a year before, because that was the one.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last was pretty much just took the whole thing. All right, Kyle.
Yeah.
I think it's Fortnite this time. What say you?
Do you?
Yeah.
I have zero knowledge on this whole thing, so.
There you go.
I'm going to say Final Fantasy 14 Online.
Fair enough. I just think of the concert patches by Epic.
Sure.
They're so good at communicating with their community that I just think this is a shoe-in for them. All right, this one I put in here just for you, Kyle, okay? You ready? You're a real sicko, by the way.
Oh, Gail, you're the weird one here. You're the weird one here.
You and the rest of Twitter need to relax. Best mobile game. For best game playable on a mobile device. Take it away, Kyle.
The nominees are Apex Legends Mobile, Diablo Immortal, Genshin Impact, Tower of Fantasy, and the obvious winner, Marvel Snap. What do you have against Marvel Snap?
Okay. All right.
It's incredible.
Can I be a bit of an elitist?
Here we go. Are you going to say it while you're in your car playing your PlayStation?
Yeah. Mobile games, I don't like them. Couldn't be bothered with them, Yeah,
man.
I'll say Marvel Snap, though, because honestly, it's been the closest of me downloading the app. I think I have it downloaded. And then I chose to have, lead a better life. So I didn't go through with it.
You're missing out, man. It's a good card game.
Makes me sick. All right. Best debut indie game. For the best debut game created by an independent studio. Take it away, then.
The nominees are Neon White, Norco, Stray, Tunic, and Vampire Survivors.
Let's give it up for Vampire Survivor. I love that people are loving it, man. I'm seeing it all on social media as much as I'm seeing Ragnarok posts, and I think that's so freaking cool. So I'm rooting for Vampire Survivors.
I'm also rooting for it. I find it weird that Neon White is part of this, though.
Why?
Because he was already made an indie game, Donut County.
Oh, fair enough.
So the fact that even if it's a new studio, I find that a little weird.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
I do think Vampire Survivors get it because that is a phenomenon. I feel like Vampire Survivors is the same the year when Among Us won.
How's
where
that?
it's got that cult following. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone can't stop playing it.
Fair.
I think it's the same kind of.
Has AOC started playing it?
I
Give it a
don't
week.
know.
Give it a week.
That'd be wild.
All right. Best indie game for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game outside the traditional publisher system. Wow, you're really, really playing with those words. Really stretching them to their fullest. But all right.
All right.
Sure thing, pal. Kyle, what are the nominees for outside a traditional publisher system, wherever the hell that means?
Here we go. The triple I's. The nominees are Cult of the Lamb, Neon White, Sifu, Stray, and Tunic. This is Cult, right?
Cult of the goddamn Lamb.
But here's where I talked about this on IndieCast for this week's episode. Here's where my brain doesn't understand how this whole thing works.
Sure.
Stray is nominated for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
So is it just a shoe-in for Best Indie Game? How can it not win Best Indie Game if it's nominated for Game of the Year, and the other ones are not? Like this is the thing that I just don't understand.
I don't know.
That's why I feel like the Game of the Year needs to be more than 6 or whatever.
Yeah, it needs to be a whole lot more. I feel it.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle, here's what I don't understand. Games for Impact. For a thought-provoking game with pro-social meeting. What is pro-social? Okay. Or message. Take it away. What are the nominees here?
Basically, it makes you feel the feelings. That's how I view it. Memoir Blue, As Dusk Falls, Citizen Sleeper, Endling, Extinction is Forever, Hindsight, and I Was a Teenage Exocolonist.
Yeah, I think this this category is dumb, so I'm not going to recognize it.
You're stupid for saying that.
Why?
You're stupid for saying that.
Why?
These games are super important because they're telling a very important meaning behind it.
Great, put them in Best Indie. What was Games for Impact? Like that's evoking a you know what? Put one Games for Anti-Impact because I want games with anti-social meaning and messaging.
They have messages behind them that you don't traditionally get in games. These specific ones. For example, like a few years ago, a long time ago actually, that the game That Dragon Cancer I think won or was nominated. That tells a story of a kid going through cancer,
right?
And how that person felt during that time. So it is telling. It has more emotional impact, more feeling behind it than a traditional like arcadey, game like Sifu, where you're just punching things. These are trying to hit you in the feels a little bit.
Then put it as indie narrative. Like you can make indie categories. Games for Impact just means, to me, honestly, it's kind of like in South Park where everybody farts and like they smell it, because everybody's become so smug. Remember that? Everybody's driving Priuses, remember? It's kind of like that. It's like games that are so up their here's this list for them.
Anyways, my winner is Endling, Extinction is Forever.
Okay, cool. I'm going to say I Was a Teenage Exocolonist because that's a crazy name.
Sure.
All right.
You are such an old man.
I don't get it anymore. I feel like we're really grasping at straws.
You act like this hasn't been a category for years now.
Yeah, but it's really started to irk me. It's really like come on. Let's relax. All right, best performance awarded to an individual for voice acting, motion, and performance. Take it away, Kyle.
The nominees are Ashley Birch for Aloy in Horizon Forbidden West, Charlotte McBurney from A Plague Tale Requiem. I don't know the character's name. My apologies. Amicia, there you go. Christopher Judge, Kratos, God of War Ragnarok, Men Engage from Immortality. Sorry, I don't know that character name either. And Sonny Soljic, Atreus from God of War Ragnarok.
Christopher Judge about to take it again. Come on.
I mean, yes.
Back to back.
Shout out to Sonny, though.
Sure.
Oh, man.
Can't wait to
to
talk about
the road to greatness.
Can't wait to talk about it.
I can't. Oh, man.
Patreon exclusive. I think Sonny is kind of phoning it in. So, Kyle, I think Christopher Judge by a long shot. I don't even think this
Whoa.
category is close. What's that?
I don't either, but also I wish there was more slots because there's
Sure.
way too many performances.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, honestly, just do best male performance, do best female performance, do best
The
supporting.
fact that they don't have best God of War Ragnarok performance as its own category, I just don't understand.
I know. Guys, we're telling you, the performances are in that game alone stacked.
Everybody.
Best audio design, recognizing best in-game audio and sound design, and the nominees are
Call of Duty and Modern Warfare 2, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7, and Horizon Forbidden West.
Elden Ring, why are you here? I don't know why you're here.
I'm going to say Forbidden West.
I would say, okay, I'm going to get pretty nuts. I think realistically, it's down to Gran Turismo 7 and Horizon Forbidden West. Because people love when they go vroom, vroom, vroom with the cars, and people tell me how accurate it is.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to say it's a toss-up between Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, because I think its sound design is great, and Horizon Forbidden West. I think the sound design in Ragnarok's good, but I think Horizon... I'll say Horizon with you, though I think we're both wrong. And it's Gran Turismo. No. I'm going to be different. Gran Turismo 7. Going to be different.
All right.
People really dig. Ooh, whoa. That's a Honda. You're right. I am just an old man. What's wrong with me?
You're very crotchety all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
It's really the impact thing. It's like, where do you get off? Get off. Best score / music for outstanding music, inclusive of score, original song, or licensed soundtrack. And the nominees are... Take it away, Kyle.
Really quick, Joe, while I'm reading this, can you look up the last game of this one? Because all you have
sure. Absolutely.
Oliver Deriviere from A Plague Tale Requiem, Tsukasa Saito, Elden Ring, Bear McCreary, God of War Ragnarok, Two Feathers, Metal Hellsinger, and Yasunori Mitsuda for...
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
There you go. All right, there you go. Kyle, best score. Let's do it. Come on.
It's Ragnarok.
Yeah. Come on. Not even close.
What are we doing here?
What are you thinking?
That Hozier song? Boy, I listened to it the entire way to work today.
Right? Boss, baby, boss. Everybody thinks that. But, and now everybody in their car's like, da da.
It's so iconic.
All right. Best art direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in art design and animation. Kyle, you say the nominees who you want to win, and I'll go on a rant afterwards.
Oh, okay. Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Scorn, and Stray.
We talked about this. We talked about this last week. There was obviously someone robbed here, but
yeah, I forgot what that conversation was.
I'm gonna say it's Elden Ring here.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say it's Elden Ring.
Why?
I don't know, man. I feel like it's the meme. My wife and I saw you across the bar. We really dug your vibe. I dug the vibe of Elden Ring.
That's good. Fair.
I love the palette they used. I think Millennia, I can never pronounce her name. I think her aesthetic is amazing. I love the look of all these bosses. They're so unique. So, yeah. The big giant dude on a small little horse, hilarious, but still a fun boss fight.
They are cool.
Yeah.
But I'm going Horizon here.
Okay. Why is that?
When I think of just how vibrant and distinct looking it is from Zero Dawn, I think they have completely different looks, even though they're set in the same world, and the different areas looking so different from each other, and the way that they overtake, real world's infrastructure and weave it into this post-apocalyptic world, and even the robot dinosaurs alone are fantastic. So I'm going Horizon there.
That's actually a really good call I didn't think of. And you have to give, and I know the game industry probably didn't think about this because it's probably not going to win, I'll be honest with you. But like to the various cultures that they represent in a fair light as well in Horizon, the balance that had to take, like there's Inca and Aztec like architecture and clothing designs influence in some of these designs that like are just spectacular. So
Yeah.
I love that reasoning. I hope Horizon wins, but end of the day, it's Elden Ring, and at the end of the day, for realsies, Cult of the Lamb was robbed.
Oh, yeah.
Robbed.
Now I remember.
All right, Kyle. Best narrative. We're not going to get into it like we did last week.
No.
We're just here to say our piece.
Yep.
For outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a video game. The nominees are
Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, and Immortality.
I hear really good things about Immortality. I'm not here to. I hear it's legitimately incredible.
Absolutely same. I can't wait to play it. I think in the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
My vote's Ragnarok.
Yeah. That spoiler cast's gonna be interesting, but Ragnarok here for me, I think is the winner here.
That writing is so good.
Oh, absolutely.
So good.
I also can't wait when we do our awards, how much our thoughts are going to actually change from here till January when we actually have the show. It's gonna be really interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Best game direction, awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in the game direction and design. Kyle, the nominees are
Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Immortality, and Stray.
What do you think? Best game design, game direction.
Kyle. Game direction. So here is where I give Elden Ring its flowers. All right. I think Elden Ring is going to take game direction just because of the huge overtaking for the open world.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's a feat, big time. As much as I have problems with the game, it is a sight to behold.
Did you platinum Elden Ring?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. He gets to have critiques, YouTube comments. He beat it. He planted it. Can you say the same? No?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Are you also going Elden Ring?
Yeah, I'm also going Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Everything you just said, I think its open world design is stellar. It takes ideas from Breath of the Wild and just improves upon it every way. Like the Tears of the Kingdom, whatever is next for that Zelda game, it's got a lot to learn from Elden Ring, my friend. So yeah, 100%. Game of the Year. Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. And the nominees are
A Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Honestly, Kyle, I think Immortality should have been on this list, replaced by Stray should have been replaced by Immortality.
Let's see, Immortality has 1, 2.
I just feel like all the categories that it's in, like best narrative, that's something. It's in best indie, that's I don't know.
It's not in best indie though.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I get it's wild.
This year's a crazy year, Kyle. I don't want to know your game of the year.
I also don't want to know either.
Yeah, I could honestly, Kyle, couldn't care less.
I don't care either.
Yeah,
screw you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm out of here. What do you think is gonna win here? Do you think it's a clear winner for Elden Ring?
Yeah.
Yes.
I do.
Yeah.
It's so wild to me, Joe, and I don't know if you feel the same way.
What?
How much these awards feel like 2018.
How so?
Where going into the awards, everything was about Red Dead.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption 2. It's going to run away with most of the categories it's nominated in.
Sure.
And during the award show, same kind of thing with us wanting God of War to win and being so overjoyed when it did.
Yeah.
I'm getting similar feelings here where I'm expecting Elden Ring to win, but I'm going to have a similar reaction if Ragnarok wins.
Fair enough. With all that said, I think it's going to be the other way around. I think God of War is going to win a lot of it, and then at the end of the day, Elden Ring takes it.
All right.
That's how I'm thinking. I feel like at this point, I think the reason why I'm so sour on these awards is I could kind of see it all laid out in front of me of like what the industry is going to choose.
And then at the end of the day, I think the reason why we watch like these awards are cool and whatever, we want to see the new trailers.
Yeah. It's not even about the awards anymore.
Yeah, it's not.
It's sad. All right. Cloudside writes in, happy Thanksgiving, guys, and to all who celebrate. Every single one should, okay? Remember World War II, y'all? I think you owe us. Celebrate Thanksgiving with us. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
So remember where your allegiances lie. So far for me, God of War Ragnarok has been the most polished and exciting game of the year. The interactions between characters give a real presence and draws you into the world. Not to mention the beautiful vistas. An indie RPG game is also at the top of my game of the year list. I was a teenage exocolonist. Oh, look at that. Best writing RPG I've played. It has 29 endings. Hot damn. Various paths throughout it. It's a shame not many people have played it. It's on my top 3 games of the year. Cloudside, I want to know, because you're way more eloquent than me, impact-wise, do you think that category should be reworded to something where it makes a little bit more sense? Let me know. But that's interesting, Cloudside. I like where your head's at here. I now want to check out Teenage Exocolonist.
Well, here's what that game is about, because I've heard of it. I think I got a review code for it for 6-1 Indie and never ended up getting around to it. Spend your teenage years on an alien planet in this narrative RPG with card-based battles. Explore, grow up, and fall in love. The choices you make and skills you master over 10 years will determine the course of your life and the survival of your colony. Interesting. It's very pretty.
Interesting. Very interesting. All right. So that was our predictions for the Game Awards. Geoff Keighley's. You'll find our nominees out very, very soon. I believe the 29th of November. Hopefully we get to share it with you on Twitter, if that is still a thing.
Buzz.
Yeah. The Hive Social. I'm digging it, guys. I like the vibe. Think about it. It's a mixture of Instagram, Twitter.
It had a baby.
It had a little baby. But like MySpace was watching in the corner like a freak. And they're just like, here's a little.
Here, put a song in there.
Put a song in there. I'm like, I dig that vibe, dude.
Yeah.
I can't wait to put like Ghost or something in there, you know?
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. All right. Kyle?
Yeah?
Are you holding on to something?
My water.
Prepare the drop. Here are all the Black Friday deals dropping to the PlayStation storefront. And a little different this drop, okay? A little different. It's not, games that are coming out this week, because it's only Evil West. Instead, we have all the top Black Friday deals that we're excited for. And we got some questions littered in here as well. So Una writes in, hey there, guys. Hope you're both doing well. My question this week is, with Black Friday deals on right now, what are some recommendations based on your favorite genre of playing? Personally, looking forward to all the JRPGs that I have my eye on. One in particular, Star Ocean, The Divine Force, and Soul Hackers 2, alongside upgrade to PlayStation Plus Extra because my sub runs out this upcoming weekend. Ooh-wee. I throw the ball over to you guys. What's your favorite genre? What are the games that people should be looking out for? P.S. Kyle, I threw this one in here for you, bud. She adds, I am up for making the same bet I made last time my Cowboys played your Giants. If you want the same bet, if the Cowboys win, you start trails. If Giants win, you pick the game I have to play. I'm going to pretend like I understand all of that.
I'll let you know, Yuta. I'm a little scared after the Giants game on Sunday. I'll let you know.
Why they lose?
They lost pretty bad. Are they even more injuries now.
Are they in the playoffs?
Playoffs haven't happened yet.
You think these guys will get better at not getting injuries?
Well, it's a fault of the actual field. It's
turf,
really? And everyone's getting ACL tears because of how bad the turf is. It's like a scientific thing. Yeah.
Why? What's the turf made out of?
It's
the
got these like
ground.
rubber.
How complicated should it be?
I don't know the science of it. I just know the synthetic nature of it and like the.
Oh, it's like fake grass. Like it's.
Yeah, it's not real grass. If it was real grass, it'd be not a problem.
Okay. Oh, so it's like, remember when you were a kid and everybody's like, we're going green. Your soles or your shoes are going to be the ground now in gym.
No. No, I do not.
It's like, this is fake grass. You got the soles of your Nikes are going to be the dirt. I swear to God, that's the thing.
What?
They're like, every Nike shoe, you donate it. They grind it up. They throw it in the dirt. We were having such a nice show.
So here's the reason why in like a very broad stroke, synthetic surfaces like turf, there's less give, so your feet, ankles, and knees absorb the force, unlike natural grass where there's more give to it.
Wow, so the concussions weren't enough. These guys are really betting against these guys.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, listen, your sport, not mine. Best genre. Here's the thing. I play literally everything, so I don't have like a favorite genre.
Yeah.
That I'm looking forward to for Black Friday. But what about you?
I usually end up picking up an RPG around this time, just because I know how big those games are. So if I get it for cheaper, it makes me feel a little bit better. Right. If I don't get around to it. But yeah, I will just pick up a game that has a good deal.
Same.
Like a few weeks ago, I bought the Shadow of Mordor bundle, both games and everything. Yeah. It was like $8 for everything.
Because you watch the show and you're like, this is some good.
I didn't watch the show at all. I was just like, I want to go back and play those games.
If you could stomach through 6 episodes of like, what's going on here, you're going to get to 3 fantastic gosh dang episodes. I'll tell you that for sure.
Good to know.
All right, so here are the deals. Because again, I have no preference when it comes to genres, but you're going to see some games I'm going to pick up. Some games I already picked up, and some games that I recommend and that Kyle recommends as well. You ready for this, Kyle?
Yeah.
Here are my picks for your Black Friday deals. Because there's hundreds, thousands even. I don't know where to start. Don't even know where to end. But I do know Gotham Knights is $41. Kyle, I picked up Gotham Knights. Guess how much I got it for?
How much?
I traded in Splatoon 3.
What?
Not as good as Splatoon 2. I think we could all nod solemnly and say, how many disconnects in a match can I get? I'm tired of it. It's been 2 months, Nintendo. Enough is enough. Enough excuses. I'm tired of people. Real talk, Kyle. Here's my rant. Tired of people saying Nintendo's the best publisher, because they really have been messing it up, dropping the ball, dropping the bag, and I've had it.
Yeah.
So I got Gotham Knights for about like $15, I think.
Sweet. That's great.
I was like, absolutely.
I'm excited to get back to it.
I was gonna say, would you like to co-op it sometime?
Sure.
Fair enough. Gran Turismo 7, $30. Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee.
Plague Tale Requiem at $47. Ooh-wee. That's a game of the year right there. $47. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, last year, up for game of the year, $30.
Nice.
This one gets a little weird. Horizon Forbidden West premium deal for PlayStation 4 players, it's $30. For PlayStation 5 players, it's $40. But you need PlayStation Premium.
Yeah.
PlayStation's really out there trying to get that $10. Guys, download the PS4 version. Trust me, you'll get the PlayStation 5 version. Don't fall for this trickery.
But I do like having more incentives for the premium members.
Absolutely. I think this should be across
like
the board.
That. Yeah. But yes, I agree. Absolutely.
And then I saw somewhere Sonic is like $30.
I love how you just wrote "seen Sonic" somewhere.
Yeah.
For $30. It's somewhere out there. It's $30. It's $30 somewhere.
Honestly, I am now like $30 is something I'd risk it for the biscuit for $30.
Sure. Yeah, as long as it's not on Switch, because
I couldn't be me, dude. Honestly, Brett sold me on it last week. I hate to give Sonic any type of something that remotely resembles credit. But I'm interested.
All right. And here are the ones that I added. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves on PS5 for $20 for premium members.
Nice.
Not a bad deal there. Klonoa Fantasy Reverie Series, $24. Great platformers from back in the day. Those games are fantastic, and this is a great version of them. Gotta put Control in there. PS4, $750.
That's right.
Come on. Play Control.
Please.
Especially after the news last week, Control 2 in development.
What do I gotta do? Put a gun in your head?
Come on.
Come on.
Scourgebringer for $850. A really dope indie, great soundtrack.
Okay.
It is a roguelite twin stick shooter a little bit.
Ooh.
It's very, very cool.
How easy is that plat, you think?
Oh, it's a hard game.
Oh, all right. Forget it.
Yeah. Miles Morales, $20 for premium members. That's a steal.
That's a steal.
Returnal, $30 for extra members.
Okay.
That's pretty great. Returnal's fantastic. And then the DualSense is $40 pretty much everywhere.
All right, let's stop you right here. Now we're like, oh, this is a great deal. This is a great deal. Miles Morales, that's a PlayStation Plus extra game. So if you're getting premium, you already have Miles Morales. Same with Returnal. It's an extra game. So you already have it.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Strange flex.
Are you
but okay.
Are you sure it's on
Yep, absolutely.
the collection?
Absolutely. I would never listen. DualSense for $40 though. Go wild. Go get the black or the purple. Purple's the best color, and let's stop pretending it's not.
Did I read that? Nope, never mind.
All right.
I thought maybe the premium and extra was already included on that.
I got you.
Tier, but no. I am mistaken.
Green Gorilla Gamer writes in, "Sup boys, happy Merca Thanksgiving. I used to have 4 Thanksgivings a year and 6 turkeys in total. 2 for Canadian, my mom's side, 2 for American, my dad's side, and 2 for Christmas. And like one each side because my family's weird like that. But I had a lot of turkey, so I was pretty happy. I can't believe I'm about to ask you a non-PlayStation question. Then don't do it. Let's turn back now while the question was good. For a Sony Pony Express. Yeah. Well, a little bit too. I jumped the gun, you know what I mean? But I want to know, what sheer amount of Black Friday deals are there? Any games on other consoles that you're looking forward to getting? I've been mostly focused on games like Returnal, God Bless, and Rift Apart that are $50 off, but Halo Infinite is on sale for $25. Ooh-wee, a massive drop in price. And if I only had a PlayStation 5 or Switch at the ready, Last of Us Remake, Zelda Breath of the Wild are on sale for a decent price. So, are you picking up any games from the competition? And do you save for your Black Friday shopping / Boxing Day, or split it in half? As always, love you guys so much. Very excited to see Joe's Sweet Num Nums, goddammit, poster. But something has to be done for Kyle. And facing the other direction on the poster so they can be put side to side. And you two are facing each other.
It's a good idea.
There's a lot of nightmare fuel there. But Kyle,
good idea.
I don't know what Boxing Day is. Again, World War II, we won it, remember?
All Canadians put on gloves and punch each other.
Yes, it's the one day they...
The purge in Canada.
Instead of sorries, we're going to fight it out, eh?
Yeah.
There's nothing. I got nothing.
It's very weird. Like, I would love to pick up maybe some more Nintendo games for the girls, but the discounts on Nintendo games are, like, laughable.
Yeah.
It's like the oldest games are still full price, and again, Nintendo gets that pass, but that's a whole other discussion.
I'm tired of it. I can't take it anymore. You saw how sour I was about the games for Impact or whatever. I can't get into Nintendo right now.
As far as
the
Xbox,
Nook, we're gonna stay outside the Nook for now. Yeah.
As far as Xbox goes, I don't have any incentive to buy a physical Xbox game because of Game Pass.
Yeah.
So I strictly only stick to PlayStation deals, but even when it comes to Black Friday, whatever, I'm a person that buys games day one if I really was interested in it. So there's nothing that I'm like.
I'm thinking about a gaming monitor.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, because the Samsung thing that I bought from not Best Buy, from Costco, humble brag,
Yeah.
not really good at all, and I hate
Oh.
it.
Just get one of those PlayStation ones.
Well, I have the PlayStation like
I know you got
TV,
the TV,
which is still excellent. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say it, excellent quality.
And
But,
we're
like,
not talking about the Vita thing. No, the actual old school, actual
exactly.
monitor.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my second screen. But I don't know. Maybe
Get that. What was it? End Zone? Is there a high end one?
Yeah, but I don't want to pay like I was asking online. I was like, "What's a mid range like monitor?" They're like $700. I was like, "700? What?" Well, I was thinking 300-400. I don't need to. I need to
See God.
exactly. I'm just here to edit things really nice and like play a game in nice quality from time to time. That's it. And then, yeah, I don't
And it investigate videos with not real taxis.
exactly. Oh God, good callback. I got nothing. I wish I did. All right. That said, it is now finally time for our favorite segment and the last segment, the Sony Pony Express.
Yeehaw!
Hey, remember when that guy?
That's right.
That's right. Remember that guy gave us a 2-star, but we were like his favorite show. He hated the voices, but then a guy from the South actually said, "Hey, that's a good voice on the show."
Yeah.
And I felt vindicated.
Yeah.
I feel vindicated now with the yeehaws. I could say it with confidence and gusto and with a pep in my goddamn step.
Sure.
The first
I don't
question.
think the yeehaws were the problem, though, were they?
I thought everything's a problem. Everybody's got a problem with me, Kyle.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
Everybody
You're
hates me, you know?
Yeah.
That's what my
They don't.
anxiety says. Yeah, honestly,
Only I do. It's fine.
Honestly, I haven't wished Luke a happy birthday yet, and I probably won't because
It's his birthday?
Yeah,
Happy
but
birthday, Luke.
he's a piece of shit. And like I am ruining my friendship with Sean Capri because of this fancy critic league.
You are.
Yeah, that's apparent. He doesn't like it. I know he doesn't. That's all I got. So, Famous Seamus writes in just like you can too if you head on over to our Discord server, or you could tweet at us or buzz us. I don't know what the high version equivalent is.
Buzz.
Buzz. All right, we should stop. I didn't like that either. Over at PS Trophy Room.
Go put a Werther's in your mouth and leave us alone.
Yeah. Famous Seamus writes, now that the PS5 is 2 years old, what were the biggest improvements and things that still need to be improved? This is a good question. What was the true improvements from the PlayStation 4 to 5? Honestly, Kyle, if you need time to think about this, the biggest improvements, I got it right here. I'm holding it in my goddamn hands.
It's the DualSense. Yeah.
Love it. I gave it a little kiss.
It's fantastic.
That's right. She's like, oh, I love you too. Oh, DualSense, you shouldn't have. Can I give you a little kiss? Oh, absolutely. Oh, DualSense, give me a little kiss on the cheek.
Things are moving quickly in the Moran household.
See. All right. I could do that voice. You can't. Remember that.
I would never.
He thought about it. Everybody.
Nope. Let the record state did not.
There was a fleeting thought.
Absolutely not.
Controller.
Yeah, controller's huge.
And Kyle, can I say this is why you'll think Luke's a piece of garbage? He's like, DualSense controller sucks. Sorry to tell you. The haptics.
I'm rethinking that happy birthday now, Luke.
Exactly. It's like the triggers suck. I'm like, actually, they help me a lot in first person shooters because I can hold the trigger down pretty well, and then all I need to do is a little click. So it actually helps me a lot. So
controller's great. I think the PSN store is vastly improved the way it runs.
Okay.
It's pretty great. I think the things that still need to improve, I, for one, love when the activity cards are used well.
Ooh. Yes.
Some games use it extremely well. I loved how it worked in The Last of Us Part 1 when it came to collectibles. And every single time I forgot where there was one, I would hop in. It would tell me exactly which ones I was still missing. And it was quick to find.
I distracted you because I kissed another DualSense.
I did. I saw the beautiful controller and oh boy.
Don't tell the other DualSense.
But like, for example, with Ragnarok, you're waiting to add to the bit, and I'm gonna try to power through. But with Ragnarok, though, there's some collectibles I miss, and the cards don't help me with it. They just tell me that they're in the worlds, but they don't tell me how to find them. It's a little frustrating there. And the tracking of the trophies, too. Like, they don't update all the way, like in real time, which is a bummer.
That OS needs a lot of improvement. Because, the cards need to be improved. Parties need an overhaul. Looks like that's coming with the Discord integration, hopefully soon. I would say by early 2023 we got it, like March, April. It has to be there by then. Would be some of the biggest improvements this OS still needs, for sure. All right, Kyle. Next question comes from N. Johnson. They write in, with it being the time to be thankful and reflect on life, what are some things that you are both thankful for?
Trying to make me cry, huh? Obviously, I'm thankful for Joe.
That's right.
I'm thankful for everyone that is a part of our community and just tolerates me in real life. I feel like I'm a burden. I know I'm not. That's my brain. Being bad to myself. But I just
not. I mean, your brain is being whatever. You get it.
No, you all heard it. He confirmed my anxieties.
What are you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna leave, and no, that was too dark.
You gonna cry a little, baby?
Yeah, I'm gonna cry at the corner. I'm just super thankful for everybody, and I love you all so very, very much. My health, the kiddos, mom, dad, everybody. I'm just super thankful.
So I wasn't crying. There's something literally fell in my eye, and now I'm concerned.
Because now that I'm thinking about it, last year at this time, I didn't have a job.
Yeah,
I was still looking for something. So, as much as I hate my job now, I'm super thankful to not, or at least have less stress. It's still super stressful, but
thankful for the fam. Thankful for you, Kyle. And thankful for this community. It's nuts. Extra Life was so. It's always the days. You walk in and you have the time of your life and you can't remember a gosh dang thing. But the thing I remember is Awesome Dave talking to so many of our community members, getting to put faces to the names and all that. That made me really happy. So this community, how it continuously grows, how we continuously support each other. It really is the best community on the internet. And I'm reminded of that daily. So thank y'all. I'm thankful for you, listener.
Yeah.
Kevin Ainsworth writes in, okay, this question is alarming. I was alarmed by it. I don't know. I think they need to go back and reword it, but I'm alarmed. They write, just wondering at Thanksgiving dinner if you eat the meal as intended, aka mixing all your food together, turkey, potatoes, corn, etc., all in one bite versus the clearly inferior method of one food item at a time. Wishing you both a fantastic holiday. Kevin, got a question for you.
Why are you making a KFC bowl at Thanksgiving? What happened?
I got a question for you, and you can only pick 3 answers. A, are you a child? B, are you an old man without teeth? Or C, are you clearly disturbed? What do you mean you mix up all the food together? Like in a blender?
No, I don't think that. I think what he means is he takes a piece of everything on one forkful, and eats it all in one bite or all at the same time. But I'm also picturing him sitting there at the table. Everyone else has a plate, but he has a bowl.
Yeah.
And everything's in there. He's just stirring it all up.
It's like I'm making my best white person paella that I can.
I'm making my Thanksgiving soup.
Oh, no. Okay, so
I eat everything one at a time. Especially for Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
There are other things that I will combine on the fork, but not. Breakfast is where I do that, not at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, like sometimes you want to get a little crazy. Maybe you put the turkey with a little bit of mashed potatoes.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Maybe you want to get a little nuts. You have some peas in there as well. But let's not get, you like peas and carrots,
Carrots, yes.
Okay.
Peas, thank you.
Maybe you get a little, maybe you get a little nuts with that, but no need to go get crazy with that. Mixing it up. Infuriate. What is? I want to know the type of life Kevin leads. Because that's just interesting. Because like, is he the type of guy like food is just sustenance? Because like that's too much types of flavor in there.
You know what? Everyone listening, forget commenting about all the games news stuff.
Yeah.
We need to know in the comment section, how do you eat your food?
Yeah.
That's the more pressing question that we need answers.
Like you're in an asylum or like you are participating in a society. Let us know in the comment section down below. Ghetto Berry writes in, I love the name.
Great name.
Happy Thanksgiving, America. Been another great year for PlayStation. Just got these awesome figures for a gift for Xmas. You got the Last of Us figures. They're pretty rad.
Ooh.
What PlayStation figures do you collect or already own? And what characters do you wish were figurines? Keep up the good work, fellas. Love you and all you do. This is Spointer from Twitter, GhettoBerry13 everywhere else. Honestly, I'd embrace GhettoBerry. That's great.
GhettoBerry's pretty great.
The figure, like I got Funko Pops. Do those count?
Yeah, I would count them.
Like I got like a Miles Morales. I got a Uncharted Nathan Drake.
Yep, I've got the rare Kratos. I've got the rare Aloy Funko. I got Brock and Sindri in Funko form.
Yeah. I do want to say there's some disrespect as I see some of my Funko Pops. My best friend Amy, while I was away, she went into my room and she has put all the Funko Pops in questionable positions, a la like the question before where they're in that van taxi situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Don't appreciate that. But I bet Princess Peach does, because Mario seems like he's really giving it to her. It's literally right in front of me. Why would you do this? Figures. Figurines.
I want all the figures for PlayStation.
Yes.
I really do. That's why I get collector's editions, because I really love those figures and put them on the shelf. I love looking at them. Mjolnir. I've the Trevor tests from Horizon are
don't like that one, but this one's great.
Mjolnir is fantastic. Ellie in Last of Us Part 2 is a great statue.
I really want
the cloud you got me from Remake 7 is fantastic.
Really want the Jin Sakai figure.
Oh yeah,
but it's too expensive, dude.
Oh yeah, that is the downside to it is they're too expensive, and I'm running out of room.
Yep. I really actually want to clear the shelves of all these Funko Pops, because I feel like I've grown past them and now needs new stuff on the shelves. So I'm thinking that's when the statues come in, and I really want a Jin Sakai one.
Can I tell you the one that I want so very bad?
Yeah,
it's not a real thing. It's not a real thing. I want like a big Ratchet and Clank statue.
Yes.
Like an actual big one, not like the Funko Pop or the smaller scale collector's edition version. No, like an actual big Ratchet with Clank on its back. I think that'd be great.
That'd be actually really dope. I'd be all in for that. All right, Katie writes in. Hope you're all doing well. Congratulations on reaching 300 episodes. I thought it was 300 today. I don't even know what. Honestly, God, guys, I don't even know what episode.
Probably not 299 either.
Yeah, I don't know. Fairly sure last week's episode was 299. I was fairly sure of it too. But if not, then just ignore me. No,
I'm gonna count.
I'm embracing it, Katie. Going headlong. So I've been playing through God of War 2018 again in preparation for Ragnarok, which I do now own a copy of, so it's mine. Playing through 2018 again made me think about how much I love the Leviathan recall mechanic. Feels so satisfying. So this got me thinking, what are your favorite game mechanics? As always, love you guys. Thank you for the joy you bring me each and every week.
Katie, thanks, Katie.
Thank you. Kyle, what's a mechanic in a game that you really love?
Ooh.
I got two.
Go for it. I'm thinking.
I got three. Okay. Ready for this? First, I think the Leviathan axe is my favorite mechanic.
Yeah.
Leviathan Axe, I'm going to say this, and I know the spoiler cast is in a few, but like, Leviathan Axe is my favorite weapon in Ragnarok still. Chef's kiss. Love it so much.
Yep.
I just love the swooshing when you pick it up. It just feels great. The portal gun, love that mechanic.
Call.
Love that mechanic. There's just so much fun you can have with it. And then 3, anytime there is a manipulate object ability, a la like the force, like a force grab and force push. Yeah.
Like
right
control?
Up. Like control or like Jedi Fallen Order. Yeah.
I'm a sucker for a good rope mechanics. Ooh. So like I think of like Uncharted 4 and what they did with Last of Us Part 2 a little bit.
Yeah.
Like just swinging around and shooting enemies while you're squirreling around. I really dig that. What else is there? I mean, yeah, Leviathan Axe is up there.
Think about a good dodge.
Good dodge is great. You know what? I'm getting into the whole parry thing.
Yeah.
I'm loving a good parry.
You're getting it. Honestly, would you try Sekiro?
I think eventually I will.
It's hard as it's hard as heck, but once you get that parry down,
no.
Ooh wee. This feels good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kyle. Next question here. Drellish writes in, with the launch of a new PlayStation 5 Slim model rumored to be released in September 2023, and keep an eye out on that PlayStation blog post, you might miss it. What tactics could we expect from Microsoft next year? What would a more aggressive marketing approach help them gain ground against Sony? Has Sony become too lethargic in the way it communicates? Your thoughts? May have been missing some of Sony PlayStation passion and fire for their products. Great question. Their way of communicating is messed up. Right now, it just seems like they're too quiet. And honestly, I think at this point, like we've been echoing on the show now, it's probably this Activision deal why we haven't gotten a showcase. You know, it's a
bummer.
But it's still a bummer that like the PSVR 2 is a blog post.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think they still have that passion and fire.
Yeah,
but they're yelling at the people who are already into it.
Yeah.
There's they're not doing anything to get new eyes on their things like the showcases usually do.
And it's also proving the fact of like how much does social media really matter at the end of the day, because their products are still selling gangbusters, still hard to get a PS5. Ragnarok, we talked about it last week, selling gangbusters. So like, how much do they really need those things to propel them forward? Or can they be more Nintendo-esque where it's just like, hey, randomly we're going to drop a State of Play. Hope you dig it. And if not, well, go to heck, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, with a new PlayStation 5 Slim launching, I'll give you time to get your thoughts here. What do I expect from Microsoft? I expect Game Pass to be in full, and I mean this, and Xbox fans, right? Look me in the eyes when you talk to me, okay? And listen well. Xbox better be in full cadence next year. I'm talking your Starfield, your Redfalls, Ninja Theory's game that's escaping me, Hellblade 2. Those, I'm going to use the word here because everybody loves it. Those AAA bangers better be in line in lockstep, or else no more excuses. And I just don't expect Xbox to ever get it together in terms of cadence, because honestly, 2023 is looking like the stacked year for Xbox. And so all Xbox needs to do is make sure that Starfield is that game that's unavoidable, that must-have exclusive. Same with Redfall, same with Hellblade, and I want to see more from their AAA pantheon, as it were. So, I want to see what Fable's looking like. I want to see what Perfect Dark's looking like. The games. Xbox could say all the nice things, and they do all the time, but I need to see games. That's why I'm not interested as much in that platform. I don't make the thing like, I haven't turned on my Xbox but I haven't turned on my Xbox in like, I don't know. So give me their reason to, and make it so that you're unignorable. Then PlayStation has a problem, because now your competitor, their engines are running on all cylinders. It is now a, what are you doing for me lately approach. So, Spider-Man better be on track. Let's show Wolverine. You have all these, studios working on stuff for PlayStation. We need to see them. We need to see them soon. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping I see the next roadmap for PlayStation, because right now all I know is Wolverine sometime and Spider-Man next year. And listen, Spider-Man's going to be huge. It's going to be mammoth. Yeah.
And Forspoken.
But I need to see what else you got in that roadmap.
Yeah.
So,
and Final Fantasy 16.
There you go. I mean, listen, Final Fantasy 16
and Remake 2.
That's not coming out next year.
Next winter, it said. No, I know. It's gonna be March of 2024.
But like Final Fantasy 16, that's a big game. Spider-Man, big game. But look, I forget about it because I haven't been reminded as to why I need it.
1000%. Absolutely.
There's been trailers, but like it's been hidden amongst all the other stuff that we've gotten and news that we've gotten as of late. So it's just like we need an event.
It's a trailer on its own on a YouTube feed filled with other videos that are trying to get our attention, instead of showcase it in an hour-long thing where we're all watching the same thing and to give us reasons why we're excited to own a PlayStation.
Yeah.
And they haven't done that.
And the crazy thing is like the console's still selling. Like, we yelled about the price increase, but guess what? PlayStation 5 is still the top selling console of October. Yeah. So it looks like that outrage is unfortunately hot air. So it's like they're still selling great. The last thing that y'all need to do is like attack community managers and developers. It's not their fault.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. I see people from like Insomniac going like, these things take time. So as much as we're antsy for it and I'm waiting, it's worth respect. But Xbox, all they got to do is have that cadence of games that are unignorable. And PlayStation needs to answer with that by being more talkative. But I'll add this in there as well. And not to get into it too much, but the meltdown on Twitter right now, behind the scenes, is that there are a lot of companies right now that don't want to be seen on Twitter, and they are looking for not an off-ramp, but the next platform that they could promote on. I know there's been a lot of DMs my way of like, yeah, my company not doing their announcements here, not doing their announcements there because of some of the moves that, the 4D chess that Elon is seemingly playing right now. Companies are seeing if it's going to pay off or if it's going to kill the platform. And that's months of work down the toilet. So they're really looking at it going, is this going to be a viable platform to communicate with an audience anymore? Or should we go somewhere else? And if so, where should we go? And people are looking at Instagram. There's some tech analysts saying that that thing is right around the corner. And who knows? Maybe it's the Hive Social. But we know buzz. Hate myself. But you know what? Maybe I deserve that 2-star. But that's what the PR folks are thinking about behind the scenes. So give you some food for thought. Last question.
What I'm gonna have for Thanksgiving.
What's that? Oh,
that's what I'm gonna have.
Oh, Kyle.
I'm gonna mix it up like Kevin in a bowl.
Oh, you're a real son of a bitch. The G-Mac 99. Pew, pew, pew. Happy Turkey Week, gentlemen. Gosh bless. With the food holiday in mind, my question for you guys is this. What is your favorite food, overindulgence food, and or drink cutscene or activity you've experienced in a game? For me, the bar scene in Valentine in Red Dead Redemption 2 takes a cake for dining. The drunken shenanigans are absolute chef's kiss. What a night of debauchery it is. As for food, while I love overeating with CJ in the Clucky Chicken in GTA San Andreas, I sometimes boot up Valhalla just to call for a settlement feast after back-to-back romps with Petra and Rendavi. Enjoy Thanksgiving, guys. There's hope. The turkey is a slanger. Hashtag. Oh, yeah. Love it. And mashed potatoes are, god dang it, banging. And the desserts are tasty nom-noms. Come on. Yeah. Cheers, Greg, a.k.a. the G-Mac 99.
I'm trying to think a memorable food experience that isn't the Baker household in Resident Evil 7.
Oh God, no!
That's why I'm trying to think of one that isn't that, because that's nasty.
Monster Hunter, the little cat chefs, love them.
Mm-hmm.
They make a fancy feast. Horizon has food buffs that I barely ever used, but the food always looked so gosh darn good. I also think about, remember early 90s, early 2000s, like the way you get back health is like you eat a steak.
Yeah.
You drink a milkshake.
They're on that Atkins diet.
I remember Wolfenstein, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, the original Xbox. You'd have like stew, and that would replace your health.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I can't think of like I can't think of another like cutscene where food was so prominently featured.
I guess yours is the Baker household, man.
Oh, that's a bummer. Watching Critical Role, they've obviously had feasts that sound awesome, and those are my favorites. But a game where I played with like iconic food scene, nothing's coming to me.
Okay, I looked something up. Mushroom Super Mario Brothers, technically.
Yeah.
Elegant.
But it's not like what Greg's saying is like overindulgent,
right.
Like Thanksgiving, like drinking scene.
What about the food in Final Fantasy 15?
Oh, you know what? I lied.
Okay, go for it.
There's a scene in Ragnarok I can't get into it spoilery.
Yes.
That's a really good bar scene. That's all I'm gonna say. That's pretty fantastic.
Yeah. I agreed. Also, not spoilers for Ragnarok, but like I like when in movies, in like TV shows, and in games, this is really weird. I know I'm a sicko, but like I love when they sit down and eat, because to me that's realistic. Yeah. You know, there should be a scene where you just sit down and you're like, listen, let's talk about this over a hot plate of pancakes.
Yeah.
That's why Pulp Fiction is great, because it shows that. Gives you the action, then gives you a diner of them eating, and then John Travolta dies on the crapper. You know? It's like you saw it all. People poop. In movies, they poop.
It's almost like, magically transporting from scene to scene it makes a game less then.
Exactly.
Yeah. I like the details.
Yeah. But don't give me ball physics, okay?
Red Dead. Don't do that, Red Dead. No, thank you.
Kyle, that's it. That's been all the questions. That's been the trophy room this week. Before we head on out of here, is there anything you'd like to spotlight, sir?
Sure, I'd like to spotlight myself and hope everyone has a very happy, healthy, and safe Thanksgiving. If you celebrate, if you don't, have a great Thursday.
I know where your allegiance lied. Remember, it's a World War II joke from Pryor.
Oh. I thought I got in trouble there for a second. Nope. You can follow me on Twitter for as long as that is happening at Mr. K-Step. Same thing on Hive, which is a great little social media thing that you can go check us out there. If you can follow all the 61 Indie stuff that I do for indie games over at 61indie.com. That's SIXONEINDIE and IndieCast, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Ooh, and you can follow me over at Miss Your Bad Bit on all the social medias at this point. Who knows? Life's a puppy. You just gotta raise it until it's a dog, you know?
That's the saying.
That's the saying. You can follow the show over at PS Trophy Room, also on various social media accounts, whether that's Twitter, whether that's Instagram. We got an Insta. Don't know how to post. I don't want to know. Like, I don't know how to. I don't know what to post, but we'll cross that bridge.
Hive is pretty much the baby of the two.
Yeah, you can find us on Hive, Twitter.
Yeah.
Let's just bring back MySpace. What are we doing?
Seriously, let's just go back to basics.
Tom had the right thinking about this. He cashed in, got his money. Where is Tom now?
I want somebody to record Tom doing the Thanos from Avengers. Fine, I'll do it myself. And he's grabbing his coding computer out of a vault somewhere, and he stretches out his fingers and just starts coding away.
Yeah, but honestly, Kyle, he got it right. He's like, I made my money. I pulled out when I needed to. He has it probably in some Swiss banking account, and he right off and he minded his own business. He had it right this whole time.
Yep.
All right, follow us at Twitter.
Whoa. MySpace is wild looking now. Just saying.
It's for bands now, right?
Yeah.
See, I know that. See, I'm hip. I get it.
Okay. All right, Grandpa.
Follow let's get you back to bed. Follow the Trophy Room over at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you find your podcast service of choice. You can find the Trophy Room there. Please rate us 5 stars if you liked what you hear. It really just helps us out. It helps us build this big, beautiful family that we call home here at the Trophy Room. And if you could, support us over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. So with all that said, with all that out of the way, everybody, keep wits about you, keep hunting, keep playing PlayStation. See you guys.
Bye. Love you.